a woman or women get over them so quickly? I definitely want to hear this particular topic. So this is going to be interesting. Okay. He said, wherever under them. Listen, it's just how they feel. She said, wherever under is crazy. But how do they feel, man, when a woman get over them so quickly? So I would love to hear from Booyah and Rambo, and see how this plays out, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting topic. So if you guys, Brooke, I don't know if you ready, want to request a box, but I great appreciate you guys being here. Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be crazy. This is the admin, y'all.
Yes, I just came from my live and I sent them all here. And I said I'd be sad if they didn't come. They've been causing a lot of trouble. But we're super, super excited to be here. We had a great show last week, like Country just said, and one last week. So to be that topic decider, you can come up with any topic you want. You have to be the top spot bubble gifter at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's 7 for you guys. Yeah, so in an hour.
Yes.
Me? Yes, I see. The emojis aren't there though, beaded. So yes, please everyone comment. Keep the comments going, ask questions. I'll be looking and just seeing if there's like a good question I can ask at the very end. So just keep them all going and hit this with the spotlight thing. If you've got spotlights, share it. Just support it because we're trying to get it featured and like just get all the kinks out as well. So and then after this, not long after, we have Country's Battle and Ants Battle today. So Country's Battle is a rose battle and Ants is tomatoes only. So we're doing all the things today. So if you would like to be on the show, please hit me up. All class, we have two amazing men on the show. It took a long time to get them, but we have Booyah and we have Rambo. So remember, no cussing still. If you cuss in the box, it's a 1K gift still. All right? All right, let's go. Request the box, guys.
Yeah, Booyah, don't cuss. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm ready, y'all. Request the box. All right, y'all. We're going to start. Brooke, going to start out, y'all, with one question. It's going to be the first one. Rambo, where you at? What's up, everybody? What's up, Jazz? What's going on?
Don't worry. I loaded up a little bit just in case. Don't worry, I got you.
Did you get the memo? Like, you know what? Did you read the?
I don't think he read it.
I don't think he did.
When we talk,
I don't think he did. He did.
No. Dress up nicely, no hat.
Dress up, you know what I'm saying?
So this my nicest shirt. This is my church shirt. So we here.
The church shirt is crazy.
You got a hood. I got a hood.
Can you take your hat off?
No, I feel naked without my hat. So I ain't got no hair. But
your hair looks fine.
So, listen, like the church says, come as you are. I hear.
We're not in church though. This is mental.
If we ain't in church, then we got some work to say.
No. I knew you was going with that, man. I knew you. I hope listen.
Rambo,
I'm not in church with this name. Absolutely not. God forgives you, y'all. But hey, Rambo, request a box, man. So last week, y'all, last week's topic was what has changed today's society on how men date and treat women. That was last week. So you guys missed a good topic last week. So you definitely want to miss this one, y'all. So whoever my number one gift is of the show will name the next week's topic. So I will say, the topic has been pretty interesting. And the questions are really good questions. So, but feel free, y'all. I don't know what Rambo did. Comment, Rambo, listen. Come on, man. So, Brooke, you want to start with the first question, or you want to wait?
I can start. It's fine. How does it make you feel when a woman moves on quickly after a relationship ends? How does it make you feel
Booyah, it's you.
Oh, you
when
want
a
me to go ahead
woman
and
moves
start?
on quickly after a
Oh
relationship
no,
ends?
we're gonna go with the same question.
There we go.
He said concept.
Oh,
What's up, y'all?
Stop nicely.
You look good, man. You look good.
No, thank you.
You
Yo,
look
happy
good,
Friday,
man.
everybody.
I'm surprised he got a shirt on.
And he know how important this show is to me. This is the first time I ever seen Rambo with a shirt.
He had a shirt
Hey.
on when I was at Live Fest. We got pictures together, and you're wearing a shirt.
How long was that?
Yeah, I wear
shirt
clothes
on?
every now and then.
Not
I'm
Rambo.
not dressed up. I
Blood
dress up.
Not
shirt.
often, but
How
yeah.
long was the shirt on?
Hey, how long we featured? That's the question.
Okay, ready?
Are you ready for the
men,
question? All right,
All
y'all ready
How-
for this first question? Okay, go ahead, Brooke.
How does it make you feel when a woman moves on quickly after a relationship ends? All right, I'm going to get out of the box, and I'll be putting them in the comments too, so you can see.
All right. So so this is how we're gonna start it off. So when every time I give a question, we're gonna start out with you, boy, out, and then go down to Rambo. And if I want to answer, or if I say, hey, you know what, I start off with the question, and then goes to Booyah, then Rambo. All right.
So to answer that question it's really hard for me to answer that question because in like 99.99% of relationships I've been in, I was cheated on. So they moved on before it was even over with. You know what I'm saying? So, but it kind of sort of happened with the last one, and Rambo was actually there for that. And in the words of the great Rambo Drip, he said, look, she's single. She can do whatever she wants. No matter how you feel about it, like she can do whatever she wants. Like it's done and over with. And so, I mean, yeah, it makes you feel some type of way, especially when you are still like trying. But, you know, at the end of the day, you got to just like let it go.
Big facts. What's your answer to that, Rambo?
So I feel like for me, it's a broad question because did she dump me? Did I dump her? You know what I'm saying? Like there's levels to it, but just generally speaking, I always wish the best for whomever I'm with and things don't go the way we planned. Because at the end of the day, if I truly love that person, like I said that I love them for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I would want to see them happy, even if it means that it's not with me, type of thing. So as a man, you kind of have to have that emotional intelligence to realize we just aren't right for each other romantically, but maybe better suited as friends or bros or whatever. But it still kind of hurts, just depending on like who it is, especially like if she moves on to like somebody you know, you're always gonna think, what could I have done to make things better? What did I do wrong? Like, if you really wish you had her back, like it kind of sucks when you see someone else taking on your role.
So I just want to address this, y'all, real quick. First of all, welcome to Men Take a Seat. This is where grown men sit at the table, give a platform for men empowerment. I believe in men empowerment, y'all. I think it need to be more of that for a platform to men express themselves because they really don't, right? We keep things boggled in, you know what I mean? And we just hold things to ourselves. So we really don't talk about it too much, but to give a safe place for a man to express their feelings and people in the comment, you could probably learn a lot from these men. Not saying, you know what I mean? You may be going with a situation or a best friend may be dealing with something similar to this particular topic.
Give it a second. His top badge Wi-Fi, it gonna kick on in a minute.
But while you're frozen, guys, I have an auction tonight at 9:20 p.m. Eastern time. Shout out to Tia.
I want to tell Meet Me about their sales real quick. Meet Me, y'all need to do something better, man, because in a feature show, we can't be having this type of stuff, man. Like, mind on the stand, y'all. We got to do better, okay? All right. Send this, Chris, I love you, man. Big shout out to Chris Casper. But anyway, as I was saying, y'all, welcome to Me and Take a Seat. I appreciate you guys coming back. I noticed I just lost quite a few people in here, but I want to answer that question. Say, how does it make you feel when a woman moves so quickly after a relationship ends? Now, like both of them had a very good point. Both of the scenarios are totally different, man. To me, again, I always say you can't have relationship problems with a person that you're not even in a relationship with. Okay. Now, if the relationship ends, you know what I mean? Of course, emotionally attached, you're gonna be hurt. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you got to find your self-worth. Like, if it's broken up and then you got to look at the scenario. Is it worth going back to? Or is it going to bring you peace for the separation? Sometimes an absent relationship is better than a toxic one. So I don't mind being absent. You know what I mean? Because if I'm always in a toxic situation or we always arguing and fighting, I'd rather be absent. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys coming back. This is my boy Booyah and my bro Rambo Drip. Y'all welcome to Me and Take a Seat. The number one gift of the show, get to name the next topic. Okay? I appreciate you. So the next question, y'all, it says, do you see it as a reflection of the relationship value? Why or why not?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, because if the relationship meant anything, I feel like there'd be a little bit more than, like I said, from my own experiences, you wouldn't move on before the relationship even ends. You know what I mean? So was it really valued in the first place? I do want to say, y'all are about to find out if y'all don't know how intelligent this man is, y'all about to find out, because this man off the app, this
gem dropper.
Hell, I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all about to learn today.
Let's go.
I just shake my maracas. Thank you for the wheel. That's all I'm good for.
Let me repeat the question again. You want me to repeat the question again?
Yeah, you can.
It says, I said, do you see it as a reflection of the relationship value? Why or why not?
I kind of agree with Booyah on this. Like, if you've been together for X amount of time and they move on in a month or two or three even, I feel like, I don't know, call me egotistical as a man, but I feel like, how are you over this so quickly? Like, was this already in the works prior to it officially ending? No, I mean, like, because if I'm still trying to mourn and like sort through my emotions, right? Like, that's the last thing I want to see, honestly. And if it's happening, I don't want to know about it. I'd rather not see it, type of thing. So it does kind of hurt to know that she moved on that quickly. It's almost like it meant nothing to her, that she was just able to just drop everything, not even think, oh, maybe we can be friends or maybe we can make this work. And she just moved on.
Let's twist. So here is the thing that I don't like when it comes to that particular question. When I see, the value, I feel like there's no value in it when you and a person separate, but all of a sudden they expose your business to publicly. You know what I mean? Like the reflection of our relationship, if we separate, we got to separate with moral values. Like, you got to stand on your integrity. You got to stand on your morals. I see a lot of people have, even if it's friendships, y'all don't have to say to be relationships or whatnot. But if that's a relationship, when people separate, all of a sudden you see 1 minute they friends, that minute they cool, they loyal, next thing you know, they exposing each other. You know what I mean? So like, I just, the value is no value in that from the get-go. To me, at the gate, if you go that route, it was never no value in it, because I would never do that. You get what I mean? So I seen a lot of couples do it, you know, when it comes to that, the reflection of the value. Explain the rules. Okay, again.
No, they having their own conversation. Don't worry about them.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Welcome to Men. Take a seat, y'all. But listen.
Yeah, they're talking about the dungeon.
Okay, continue. So the third question: in your experience, does a quick rebound affect your self-esteem?
Like a rebound for me or her?
Yeah, for me or for her.
No, like it's just a general question. It says, in your experience, does a quick rebound affects your self-esteem? Got to be for her. So like if it's a rebound, right? It's your self-esteem.
Her rebound. So like her rebound?
Rebound either or. You can explain both. Does it
Okay.
affect you?
I'm saying if it's my rebound, I'm good. I'm up again, bro. I was down, now I'm up. So if it's my rebound, I'm straight.
So that goes back to the second question. Where's the value?
What do you mean, where's the value? I'm single.
Because you're doing it for a rebound just to get over, right? Okay, go ahead, Booyah.
So I do want to just like kind of look at it in a different aspect too.
Okay.
So like in a relationship, and I'm sure we've all been there, where you mentally check out long before you even decide to go, right? So like already in your eyes, the relationship is already over. And so is it like moving on quickly for that person? You know what I mean? Because they've already been trying to work it out and it's not working. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, like for the rebound, if it's your rebound, you already checked out a long time ago.
Okay.
If it's their rebound and you're not the one that checked out, then that could probably be a little bit hurtful for the other person.
Of course, but I agree with you on that. But what about you, the value of the person that you hurting? Like, do you feel any type of, you don't feel like, here's my thing. Stay single till you unpack your bags from your last relationship. If you're not healed, you're affecting the person, the rebound. You're affecting the person that you end up rebounding with. You want to do is just it is what it is. I need to get over this person or whatever the case may be. But I feel stay single. You need to heal first, right? Because we heard at some point, myself and the partner that separated, whoever separates her, if I separate from her, I still want to heal, right? I still need to heal. But there's no point in me just diving into something, right? If I'm broken already. But I'd use it as a rebound, just as an escape from the person, not trying to think about the person or,
You gotta be happy with yourself before you try to make others happy.
That part. Talk your talk, Ken. How you feel about that, Rambo?
I mean, sometimes, how do I say this? If she rebounds with somebody that's uglier than me, then I feel great about myself. I feel like, bruh,
Did you say ugly?
You demoted yourself to that guy. And a lot of times that's what I feel like they do. So it doesn't affect my self-esteem negatively at all. Because a lot of times they went from a Maserati down to a Honda Civic.
Okay,
So
can I play devil's advocate?
Can
I break devil's advocate? So a woman don't just want to be with a man just because of their looks. It's qualities that you're not bringing, right? You're not bringing. A woman may want something else more than just looks. So if you feel the need because of a Maserati, her eyes is better than the Maserati because of the qualities that she's getting: time, effort, ambition, drive that you wasn't given. So is it really not the way the body look? What about the engine? The engine may be loaded, supercharged. Boy, now we're going cars. Supercharged for twin turbos that you were riding around with a 4-cylinder, but the body look good. You get what I mean? So at the same time, is she really winning?
Yeah,
I'm a Maserati all the way through, from the engine to the tires to the seats to the leather, everything.
But so you get what I'm saying.
I'm a whole package. I'm him.
But I think when it comes to relationships, bro, number one, a man should lead. Always lead. You should never match your partner's energy. You should never match your partner's energy. A man should always lead. So that way, if you leading, she got no reason to leave. Meaning that men have to submit to a woman. If your wrong is wrong, correct your wrongs. If you're right and she wrong, you know what I'm saying? We fix that, because dealing with issues at that given time versus holding on to it. You guys probably went through this already. You know, if you ever hold on to an issue, Rambo, call. But you know what I'm saying, y'all? Welcome to Me and Take a Seat. Myself, Big Country, my boy, Booyah, my boy Rambo. Man, I've been knowing these guys for years, right? They like this in person. Well, I met Rambo. He liked this in person, but I know Booyah for years, and he's the same way. The day I met him until now, he just changed gamers. He don't change. This is him. And if you want to listen, if you date him, you ain't got to worry about he's cheap. You'll be satisfied like a mug, boy. Look, he'll a cheap date. You'll be satisfied. You good.
Waffle House, here we come. Just take you.
All right, y'all ready, y'all?
You got him. That's how you get that beer.
Here's the next question. How do you perceive her decision to move on quickly? Is it empowerment or something else?
Go ahead, Rambo.
It's hard for me to say because that's a her thing, not a me thing. So let me tell you about me, and they'll give you guys a little bit more perspective. I've never really been friends with my exes. When it's done, it is done. I don't look back. I don't look to the side. I don't look to the other side. I'm gone. So whatever you do after me, honestly, well, I can't cuss. I don't care.
Oh, yeah, if you slip in 1K, go ahead.
But to answer your question, I feel like as a woman, it is probably empowering because she probably feels that I need someone that gives me something that I messed up somewhere and I didn't fix it, right? So as a result, she finds someone to take my place either permanently or temporarily. So that empowers her that she still got it. Because sometimes when you're with somebody, they get very comfortable. Like men get very comfortable and we stop trying. And sometimes a woman needs to know she's worth it, that she's beautiful, that you're willing to go out of your way to make her happy. So I feel like as a woman, you will feel empowered by rebounding quickly. I think for most women. And I'm not a woman, but I'm assuming that. So yes, to answer the question, I think it definitely empowers women if they rebound quickly.
I agree with that. Now, from my point of view, because like I said, I've only been in one relationship that I was not cheated on in, right? So, when she had other people in her DMs or whatever, like I didn't focus on that. It was more like why isn't this working? You know what I mean? So I don't focus on what's going on outside of what we are supposed to be doing, if that makes sense. So it probably is an empowerment for the women, but I don't know how it is from a guy's aspect because I've hardly ever been in that type of situation.
Good answer, y'all. I appreciate it. That was very good points for both of you guys. Thank you, guys. Welcome to Men Take a Seat, y'all. My name is Big Country. I have a show every Friday on Men Empowerment, man. It's men at the end of the show. If you guys have questions, put them in the comments. If you be chosen to put these comments, Brooke, your class will jump in the box and say, hey, this particular person asked a question. You know what I mean? So you may get choose, what question that you guys got to be a good question, y'all. So again, whoever the number one gift of the show names the next week's topic. All right, we're going to go with the next question. Have you ever felt relief when a woman move on quickly? If so, why?
Yep.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Sure have.
Because you just realize, like, because I was in a relationship where it was like she had other men in my house. She had, when I kicked her out, then she got on drugs. Then she broke into my house. She stole my identity. Like,
that's crazy.
Like all this stuff, right? So when she found her meth head partner, I was like, yo, thank God she gonna leave me alone. Appreciate you. Shout out to Joseph out there with the crack pipe. I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you. Getting that off my back.
So what is your point of view from that, Rambo?
For me, yeah, like especially if it was somebody that was bringing you down to where like she was just stagnant, you were out here making moves and you guys were growing apart instead of together, then it's a huge relief, especially once you realize, because you don't know what you have until it's gone, but sometimes you don't realize someone was bringing you down until they're gone. So I had a situation to where like there's a certain girl I was dating. She was a stripper, big into drugs. She had like a rough life and whatnot. And at first she was on like the positive trajectory as far as trying to change her life for the better. And she was a mother, a single mom, right? But then she kept making dumb decisions like drinking and driving. She was horrible when it came to paying bills and stuff. Like I had to help her with rent and all that. So for me, it was a relief because my bank account doubled when I let her go. I was going to the casino. I was living my best life, going to a hockey game and whatnot. So for me, it was a great relief. So it 100%, it could be a great relief when you lose the wrong person.
I wrote something down, y'all. It's to relate to this, but it says that I pray you quit overthinking, replaying failed scenarios, feed into self-doubt, and seeing the good in everyone but yourself. Like your self-worth, your piece is so important. I know that a lot of relationships, man, you can't blame them when you know the things they are already doing, right? You're giving them benefit of the doubt when you know what they're doing already. Because I've been in a relationship that I knew, but in my back of my mind, like you start doing things like, what do you want? But at the same time, you can't force nobody to do anything. I always say, I believe a relationship would not work if you have to put in more work in order to make it work. You get what I mean? So like when it comes to that, man, like Booyah said and Rambo said, like for me, until go back to peace again. Like when you clocked out and your peace, like, man, I don't have no drama. You know what I mean? Like I ain't got to worry about none of that stuff, man. Like, but I have seen, you ask yourself, and I know you guys were witness, but why do they go back? That's just another question. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with this. Why do you think people go back to knowing that it helped you out? But why do you think they go back? I'm gonna start you there.
Because I'm gonna say it, we're physical creatures. Sometimes you may have that inkling late at night. You don't want to add to your body count. So it's easy to call Rambo Drip back because you know what I'm saying, he gonna get you right. And you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, start over. Because it's hard. Everyone in this room knows this. It's hard to start over with somebody new. New friends, new family, new career, new morals. Anything with a new person is kind of scary. It's almost like moving. If you move from San Antonio to Dallas or New York to LA, it's stressful. That's the same thing with a new person. So sometimes it's easy just to stay in San Antonio and not move anywhere.
Okay, appreciate it. That's good. Thank you, guys. Listen, y'all, we got 25 minutes. Whoever the number one gift of the show will name the next topic. If you guys look, Lovely is winning. Okay, we believe in Snipes, but at 8 o'clock, we named the winner. She put on a flyer, y'all, and she will give the topic for the next week's show. All right, goes back to this other question. Do you think men and women handle breakups differently? And how?
I don't think it's a gender thing. Honestly, because everybody handles their stuff differently. So like there's women out there that will handle a breakup the way people think men should handle. You know what I mean? So like men cry about their lost relationships too. So I don't think it's really like a gender thing. I think it's just at who you are as a person, as far as like how you handle it. Because you got some people out there that are like cold-hearted and just don't give a damn. So, and then you have the like people who actually do care, and that's in the Bible.
What word?
See, he didn't even hear it. And so you go back.
Go ahead.
You're talking about a beaver dam, like a dam, and a river, like that type of dam.
Toodaloo.
So yeah, you go like, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't. I don't think it's a gender thing.
Okay.
So I think it's just how people are in general, is who you are on the inside. It's not about a gender. So that's just me.
Okay. All right. What about you, Rambo?
I kind of agree with Booyah, but then I kind of disagree in a sense. I feel like there's always going to be stereotypes and generalizations about how men do this, women. It could be even based on religion, race, whatever. But I do believe women take it harder, because when was the last time a guy slashed a girl's tires, or busted the windows out her car, or poured sugar, you know what I'm saying, in her gas tank, or did anything crazy like that? So a lot of times I feel like when women cope with a breakup, they're a lot more malicious about it. They're sneaky about it too. They'll do some things behind your back, they'll mess you up, and then you won't even know about it.
Guys do that too.
Nah, not to the extent. I'm not. I said they both do it, but I feel like women are more prone to doing things like that.
Crazy dudes out there that do the exact same thing.
Yeah, you got to think about it.
Usually they end up stalking women. They take it to like that extreme, in my opinion. The guys are more so going to be the stalkers. Women will more so damage a guy's property.
So here's the thing. So I'm gonna have to disagree with the gender thing, right? I do see men on here love putting people's addresses on on his app. A lot of men, but I don't think it's a gender thing. I just think women are more nurturers. They're more emotional, right? Just creatures in general. So they take things totally different from an emotional standpoint. You know what I mean? So us men, our pride gets in the way. We so prideful, right? So I just think that when it comes to that, now let me tell you, from a woman, man, women can be hurt, bro, and still try to fix a relationship. Men will be hurt and do stuff crazy. You know what I mean? Because their pride gets in the way. We was taught, look, you're gonna be a man. Go out there and handle your business. Go out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we to be the one that lead the house. I'm just saying generally, not just you rare, Booyah. Rare.
No, I'm just saying like it's that stereotype.
Well, I mean, again, women are you would agree women are more emotional?
Women are emotional and men are logical.
So they take things differently then. Don't you agree?
To an extent.
I don't think men are logical. I'm gonna disagree with that. I feel like
from a breakup,
men are just as emotional. We just, like he was saying, we hide it. We still feel the same emotion. We still feel the same pain, the same anger, but we hide it. We suppress it, and that's why we do extra dumb things later, because we hold it in until it blows up. Women know how to like handle their emotions and talk about it.
Rambo, do I hide it?
Hide what?
What you just said. You said men hide it. Do I hide it?
Your emotions?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Bruh, when I was talking to you about your past relationship, I'm gonna say this. I spoke to both of y'all. She told me a lot. You just gave me a little bit. I was pulling teeth trying to figure out what was happening.
And that's how men are.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you were still going through it. You didn't want to talk about it. So you gave me the bare minimum.
So here, let me just say this then. Like, honestly, y'all,
I love you, bro.
I'm gonna tell you, honestly, I'm gonna give you an example. A woman can only tell me if I need going through something, I need to talk about something. A woman can only tell me what they've been through, what they experienced. But if I need to talk from a man's point of view, I have to be comfortable within myself to let my guards down with no pride in the way. You get what I mean? Because here's an example. I used this the other day. I talked to Masterpiece for 2 hours on the phone and I cried. Because the things that I shared with him, things I've been holding on to, you know what I mean, from a man. But, you know, from a woman's point, you can't give me that. You get what I mean? So when it comes to for us a break, I'm not going to tell her, right? I'm going to let it out. And that's just how it is. But it felt good to get from a man's point of view, from wisdom to you know, what to do next, criticism. You know what I mean? Because again, you can't be a friend if you can't hold your friends accountable, right? So that's just how it is. But I just think
Rambo over here talking like he hid his feelings when me and him spent hours on the phone with him crying to me.
So are you?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I will make myself vulnerable to people I trust, even people I don't know. If I feel like, I don't know, some people just have a good vibe, and like sometimes I've talked to strangers at the park, or like on the bus about what was going on in my life, and we had a good conversation and gave me great advice. I never saw them again, but like I'm able, like if I feel comfortable, I can talk to anybody about anything personal.
I can't. But here's the next question, y'all. I just can't. There's another question in the comments. It says, can you describe your emotional impact if you, this actually just kind of answered from the last one. Emotional impact, it says emotional impact it had on you when a woman you cared about seems to move on so quickly.
Well, I feel like all these questions are the same.
Definitely not.
And just to
similar.
Just to respond on Brookie's comment there, we're men. We don't follow all the rules. We just kind of rock with it and just talk. You just gotta be okay with it.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Men Take a Seat. Myself, Big Country Booyah, Rambo, y'all. We have Lovely right now, y'all, as number one of the stream so far. Whoever the number one stream by 8 o'clock will be the next week's topics winner. All right. All right.
So we stay with number 7 because the emotional impact that I had in a relationship
had on you,
where where it sent me into a very, very dark place. That was before I got on this app, where it threw me into a spiral where I actually attempted suicide. So an emotional impact, when you care about somebody, it affects you that deeply. It can send a man into a huge spiral, and like it's crazy. It's hard to get out of the dark spot like that. I'm grateful that none of my shenanigans worked, but it can make a huge impact even on a man because we got feelings too. Listen, don't y'all get quiet just because I said
I don't wait no Rambo. Rambo, you done with your.
I didn't know you were done talking. But as far as the emotional impact, it's always going to be negative for men. Like, especially if you really loved her and you lost her, it's going to take you to a dark place. You're going to hear love songs. You're going to hate every love song you hear. You're going to see beautiful couples out and about, and it's going to make you want to vomit. So for me, it's tough. Like, it makes you want to cry. And then because you are told to be a man and like you're not supposed to cry, you can't appear weak, it's hard to really express how you're truly feeling. And then a lot of times men abuse different things, different people to try to cope with it. A lot of times they go the wrong direction until they snap out of it.
Yeah, man. It goes with pride again, man. It's hard to talk to somebody that you're not comfortable with. Again, suicide is so high, and majority of them are men. Like I always say, look, what you don't release will increase. If you hold on to that, it gets worse up there. Like a woman, I don't think a woman would never understand the caliber of men mentally. You know what I mean? What we deal with, we hold it in because it's not their nature to hold anything. But like when men tell you they okay and you can feel the energy they're okay, they not.
It's the biggest lie we tell. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm
Biggest
fine. I'm
one.
good.
Biggest one. Absolutely. Hey,
I'm
I mean,
doing
I was
good.
in the same position you guys where I dated a girl named Kristen. And let me tell you, and I was young. I was super young. Man, it was to the point that I didn't sleep for days. I didn't eat at all. You know what I mean? Like, you may get that from a woman, but when a man goes to that stage, it's different. It's totally different, y'all. And it was to the point, y'all, that I literally just sat there. I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to live. I just can't. I was in that dark stage in my life, man. And this is my first time sharing this, y'all. And like, but her name was Kristen Ricky. I remember like it was yesterday, like my eyes were bloodshot red, bro. I missed work. You know what I'm saying? And then not just on top of that, she did petty stuff. She'll leave, call herself accidentally leaving the voicemail with another man on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I drove to her. She went to Stout University. I drove to her one morning. I didn't go to work. I drove to her one morning, y'all. And it was like an hour and a half. I got Caribou coffee, 2 sneakers. It was like turtle mocha. I got there. It was a frat house. The door is always unlocked. I walked in there. There was another guy laying there and her laying there. She in underwear and bra, and he got some SpongeBob, whatever he had on. But it was like 5 a.m. You get what I'm saying? I walked in that thing. So I drove an hour and a half already to see this. You know what I'm saying? And I lost it. You know what I mean? I didn't do anything to them. I just jumped back in my car, but I was gone. I was not myself for weeks. Mm-hmm. So it definitely impacts different than you know what I'm saying? Let's get to this next question, y'all. Thank you guys for being here. It says, how do you typically process your emotions? Do you talk to friends, family about it? This is deep. It says, or keep it to yourself.
So when I was going through my dark time, I didn't talk to anybody. So I locked myself in a room. I didn't eat, barely slept, and I had people reach out to me, and when I go off grid, I go off grid. You're not gonna find me, right? And now I was still like getting up and going to church though, right? And a buddy of mine at the church, he also does the Celebrate Recovery at the church. And he was like, yo, why don't you come to this Celebrate Recovery? And then you can, work through it that way. And at that point, I'm just like, no, I'm good. I handle it on my own. I'm a man. Like, I'm gonna take care of my own. I got this, right? But then it started to be a lot. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. And then talking to people that don't know you, it's kind of like if you don't know what Celebrate Recovery is, it's kind of like AA, but from a Christian aspect. And so like I went for the emotional side of things. I went for anxiety, that kind of stuff, right? And so you sit in this circle, and I say, my name is Brandon. This is what I'm struggling with. And I was able to just talk for like 5 minutes. And it was cool because anytime you talk to somebody, that person, once you start talking to somebody, that person just assumes you want advice. Like I didn't want no advice. I didn't know this. I just wanted somebody just to hear me. And so me talking to this group of strangers for 5 minutes and just getting everything off my chest, it actually helped a lot. And I started going to Celebrate Recovery every week. And I just kept talking and talking and talking until eventually there wasn't nothing else to talk about, because I've already moved on past, you know, trying to kill myself and all that other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that talking to somebody is a great help. If anybody's ever going through anything, just throwing this out there, if you're ever going through something and you're that type of person that doesn't like to talk to anybody, you want to hold it in, do what you do. But I'm telling you, it's a great feeling to get stuff off your chest. And another thing you can do is actually journal. Tell your journal. You can write it down, get it off your chest. That helps too, because I did both. So yeah, I used to not talk to anybody, and still to this day, I go off grid. Some of you guys know I take my breaks, and nobody can get a hold of me except for Rambo. Rambo's the only one that knows how to get a hold of me. He knows where I'm at. So that, I mean,
I love that. I love that.
That's yeah. That's just what I used to do. And so now that I know that I can talk to people, it helps a lot.
Rambo, what you got for that answer?
So for me personally, a lot of times I go into a dark place, but it's kind of weird because even though I go into a dark place, and that means like I'm drinking heavily, like I'm drinking maybe a bottle or two a day if I'm really going through it. But a lot of times I'll do that because I know I want to talk about it. And then once I have that liquid courage in me, that's when I want people to know what's going on. Like I want to be heard. I want some advice. I just want to vent sometimes. Sometimes you might know it's a bad situation, but you need affirmation from another person, another source, just so you know you're not crazy, type of thing. And then the positive thing about when I'm like going through it emotionally is I work out a lot. So instead of working out just one time a day, it might be 2 or 3 times a day. So I am positive in some aspects, but then negative in others. Until I get out of my own head.
I'm like Booyah. I go off the grid. My mom hated it, you know, but that's how men cope, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I go off the grid, you know. And sometimes, like again, we was taught to keep things to ourselves. You know what I mean? We was taught not to talk about it. We was taught be a man and you handle your business. Like that's how we talk, and then that's why we bog stuff so much. But like I agree with with Kobe, man. I mean, Booyah said, sometimes it's like having your garbage. You ever had I'm pretty sure y'all did. My garbage man come out on Thursdays. You ever had the fact that your garbage wasn't out at the corner of the street and you missed it because you overslept? Now you got 2 weeks of piled up. You know what I mean? And it just get frustrated because you can't close it and it looks bad. Everybody else stuff all piled up. And that's how our emotions is. But we hold stuff.
Neighbors.
Yeah, I take it to the Walmart. You don't got a Walmart near you, or like a CVS?
Heck no, man. No.
Walmart.
I ain't got no Walmart. You just can't walk over to Walmart. I'm talking about you got a big garbage can, but the point I'm making is when you packed all that stuff up and like you get frustrated because you missed it, and then all of a sudden you got to constantly pack it. Now you can't close it, and it's only Monday, right? It's only Monday, and you got Thursday more garbage, right? But the point I'm making is, and when that man come and dump your garbage out, you like, thank you, Jesus. So that's why I say what I feel is when we dump, like you said, when you talk about something, you can just dump it, somebody willing to listen to your problems. It feels so much better. You know what I mean? You're holding stuff on the inside. Like I feel so much better for you just talking about it, letting it out. It's good to just let it out sometimes, man. But we think totally different, right?
Well, let me add on that, Country, if you don't mind. Sometimes what can make things worse is, I could speak for myself. When you feel that way, and then let's say you had a parent, a cousin, a friend that you used to confide in, but they're no longer with us, sometimes that makes it worse because your support system is not there anymore. and you have to find support from an unreliable source. And I feel like a lot of people are in that situation, and it's hard to put into words why you feel that way. But sometimes if you don't have your mom or your dad anymore, or if you have one, they're sick, and you got to be strong for them, but you can't really talk to them like you used to. Sometimes that can make you spiral a little bit more, having to find a new source.
It's just hard for me to open up, man. I just think people just don't know how to. When you tell something in confidence, confidentiality, it seemed to be leaked. What I don't understand is when a person say, some got leaked out, it wasn't me. I only told you. You get what I mean? Like, it is hard for men to trust. Like, when you want to talk to somebody, that's why we keep things to ourselves. Just for me, bro, it breaks me because if I tell you something confidentiality, you know what I mean? Like, and you know, personal stuff, she just tell you, you feel comfortable, and then from getting mad and open up, and they want to I just have a problem with that. And that's what I struggle with. You know what I mean? So I say things to myself, or I'd rather talk to somebody that I don't know, that don't know me. You know what I mean? Like he said, you go to, like, I like the idea of what Booyah said, going to a church, you know what I mean? They have that particular, like an AA meeting, because there's no ties to anything. You know what I mean? But when you call yourself, talking yourself to a so-called friend or somebody you say you could trust, and betrayal is real, you know what I mean? It makes you even go to a deeper place, man. And I like that idea though, Booyah. Like, I really want to consider that.
It's actually a nationwide thing. It's called Celebrate Recovery. And you can just go in there, you actually just talk. Nobody gives you there's no crosstalk, they don't give you no advice. The only thing they say, thank you for sharing. And that's it. And it's done and over with, and you just got it off your chest.
I like that. I like that. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome to Me and Take a Seat. We got 4 minutes left, y'all. 4 minutes. Okay? 4 minutes left. Whoever my #1 gift is, let me see. It's definitely lovely. So if you guys want to be lovely out, you got 4 minutes to think about it. Okay? And whoever the #1 gift is, name the next show, the topic, and feel free to slide. I don't mind. Sure. Feel free. Okay? But anyway, y'all, I only have a few. I want to do one more question. I want to get Brooke up to the box, because I feel people are gonna ask some questions in the comments to do so. So we're gonna give at least one more question, right? Hey, you know, I want to do something different, Brooke. I want to do something different here. I'm gonna let you give the last question. What question did you feel that you want to do the last question?
Maybe 11.
11?
Do you want?
No, this is
10?
you. You want? It's up to you. Read it out.
I wanted 10 and 11 asked, but
go ahead and read number 11.
Okay.
10 or 11.
How does the way a woman moves on impact your feelings about future relationships?
That's a good question.
It don't. Rambo?
So how does a woman move on impact my future
How does the way
relationships?
a woman moves on impact your feelings about future relationships?
Like, you've been hurt.
You're going to be more guarded because you don't want to get hurt again. And that's why the older you get, the harder it is to date and trust. So for me, I get a little bit more guarded. But because I'm more guarded, I know what I will and won't tolerate. So it helps and hurts in both regards.
I think, like, it doesn't have an impact because I'm so big on giving people benefit of the doubt until, you show me otherwise, right? So I don't take stuff from my past into the future, into those relationships, because that's just gonna mess things up right from the get-go. You're gonna have, if you got trust issues and they haven't even done anything yet, that's something you got to fix internally. So I don't take anything into a future relationship, so it doesn't impact anything that I'm trying to achieve.
I want to answer this. That goes the same thing. Stay single till you unpack your bags from your last relationship, because the person you're with doesn't deserve what you've been through, and then put it on them. You know what I mean? Like, they don't deserve all the drum and the heat that the person. Then you start thinking about questioning what they did and then, you know what I mean? Like, she didn't do anything, but we still basing off our past. You know what I mean? So that affects the relationship out the gate, man. You know what I mean? So I agree. I'm with you on that. You know what I mean? It's so, like, at the end of the day, y'all. And one more thing. This is very important. If you don't talk about your past relationship, your trauma, your relationship gonna go through hell. You gotta talk about it, man. You have to. That is a must, because it may be a trigger thing. So I don't want to do nothing to trigger you or resort back to, you know what I'm saying, to think about your ex. We get it out the way. Like we talk about it, get it out the way, and we do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just think that is, man. Thank you, guys. It is now 8 o'clock. Okay, thank you guys for being here. We got Love It as a winner. Brooke, I don't know if you have any questions, but the show is not over, y'all. The show is not over, y'all. If you guys got questions for Booyah particularly or Rambo particularly, please ask the questions. I think Brooke had a couple questions that was in the comments.
Yeah, I got one thing to say. I forgot to mention this. I do have an auction at 9:20 p.m. Eastern time for the birthday girl. Happy birthday, Tia. I'm just doing it because she made me do it, but you guys don't gift me. Send everything to her. And Brookie, you look amazing. You're one of the best admins on Meet Me. So is Class WI down there too. Shout out to Low Model Fresh, Big Country, TGK. TGK, stand up! TGK, I see y'all.
Rambo, the plugs come after the show. Let Brookie do her thing first.
I would have forgotten. You know what I'm saying? I got ADHD. I would have forgotten the thought. So I had to get it out now.
Because after she's done, I'm gonna plug my auction at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, 10:15 Central Standard Time. So pull up. I'm gonna tell everybody after the show to pull up and spam the eyeballs.
When I finish, I'll plug Country's thing. He's got a battle in 9:20
All that
Eastern
stuff comes
Standard Time
later.
Also, and Ant's got a battle at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so just when I finish, we'll promote all that.
Yeah. Only when you're done.
Come on, Rambo. Be professional.
No, someone did say, I'm trying to find it. It was, why do men get so jealous?
Hey, who did that question though? Who question was that?
Liv. Someone named Liv. L-I-V with a little love heart. No, Liv. Okay. L-I-V with a little love.
Why do men get so jealous?
Because we're men.
Why do women get so jealous?
Like, we know how men think. So obviously, if I'm a man and I know if a man wants a woman, especially a woman that's taken, he's gonna do whatever it takes. So as a result, I gotta minimize the risk of losing my bag. Is how I see it. You gotta minimize the risk. And that's why a lot of men don't like their women going out with their girlfriends to a bar or club, because it's risky.
Oh, I got to answer that.
Yeah, I was like,
let Booyah go ahead, Booyah. What you got to say to that one?
I was going to say, you can answer your own question. Why do women get jealous? It's the same thing.
Okay, there's a difference between jealousy and controlling, though. Like that, I've been around men that like even don't want me to stream them live with a lower cut top, or like they tell you what to do. Like that's
we're not talking about controlling. We're talking about jealousy.
Right, but like Rambo just said about going to the bar and like telling like that sort of stuff. Like I don't get jealous in that way. Like, yes, there's that little bit, but when you let it control yourself and you do not good things, that's bad. Like, I don't like jealousy too much. Jealousy is a normal thing in a human being, but when it goes like too far and toxic and nasty stuff happens, and like that's not okay. Like you need to check yourself and like, like it's not right. That goes into the toxic. bad
But
habits,
what I'm saying
stuff like
is
that.
it's not just a man thing
No,
to just
but
put it on men. You can
it's
answer that
definitely
question.
not just. I just read the question.
Hold on. Time
now.
out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out.
Liv, if you're still here, you can answer that question, girl.
Time out. But
Go
the
inside
question was directed towards us, though.
Yeah, I know. But I like flipping it. Don't come for me.
But it's a question, right? But I want to answer that question though. Number one, what Rambo said. Rambo, I have to disagree. Like, I feel like if you feel uncomfortable yet your woman going out with your friends, get a different woman. Down, get your woman that's not so attractive. Because you should feel confident about the woman that you got. That is just my opinion. Like, if you're gonna go out, have enough confidence that you trust your woman. That means a lack of trust or whatever dealing with or whatever going on. If your woman can't go out with her friends, it is an issue. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with that.
You should have enough confidence. You know what I mean? Like, that's your rock. She chose you. Like, you know what I'm saying? She chose you, especially if you got your, I'm saying if you got your good woman, but she chose you. And, you know, babe, I love you. And then she do things like, babe, I'm just checking on you. You know, see how you doing. I'm thinking about, look, things like that, right? So I don't think, I feel like when jealousy turned to controlling, because I had a friend of mine, the man said, you cannot wear this outside. Why? Jealousy and controlling. And then he ended up putting his hands on him. But you say your woman look good, right? It ain't the fact that you just afraid of her to move on. You're not afraid that her moving on, you're just afraid that she gonna move on to somebody else. So I just think you gotta have enough confidence in what you got. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion.
No, I agree with you. And I was saying that in general is not how I feel at all. I'm saying, yo, if you're my shorty, go out to the club with your friends. Get your drinks on. But I'm just saying men in general, a lot of them don't like it when women do that type of thing.
Big, absolutely, 100%. And what, any other question, Brooke?
So it wasn't really a question, but a lot of people like Bearded and who else said it? Someone else said it. A few people said it. They said, like, unfortunately, the relationship was over long before the breakup for one side. So if she was, she had moved on, it's because it was already like decided on. Like, I feel like the difference between a male and female that way is, Country did answer it earlier, like women will try and fix that relationship so much more. Yes, there are men that are, I'm not saying all men, but men wait till it's too late. Women have tried and then they're like checked out. They're like, done, we're done now. Like, because they've tried so hard. Men wait too long. Like after a breakup also, like men are typically the ones that rebound quicker. And then they start going, I miss that person. Like, let me try and fix it now. But that woman's emotions have already, they're very emotional, women are already emotional. We're crying, we're eating our chocolate, we're, you know, doing all those things. Then once that's over, we're done. But it's too late. And then the man's like, oh, we want to try and like fix it, but it's too late because you're both moving on different terms.
Now, though, listen.
Go ahead, Rambo.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Go ahead and do what?
Just whatever you guys say after Brookie just now.
Auction at 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So happy birthday, Tia. We love you. Big Country has his battle 9:20 as well. So y'all can't be in two places at once unless you got two devices.
Not what I was talking about. Not what I was talking about.
They are
Hey,
coming
make
on the
sure.
cruise.
Side note though, y'all make sure y'all hit Rambo with the fave. If you can, go support him in his auction. Rambo, Booyah has an auction at 11 what?
11:15.
11:15, and yours is 9:20.
Yeah, 9:20.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, it does suck because all these people are not leaving here to come here. So it's cool.
Man, bro. Man, you know, I definitely tried to come through, but you know, our squad would know. Do you guys anything besides that coming up? You guys have any shows or games that you guys normally do?
They are coming on the cruise though, right?
We'll see y'all at Live Fest in 1 week.
In 1 week. Yes, sir. But the
Have
cruise,
you going on the cruise
probably
in
not.
November?
Probably not. I'm gonna try to make the cruise, but I don't think it will happen. But I'm gonna try to make it happen.
Rambo can't swim, so he's not getting on no boat.
You don't have to swim. You're on a boat that floats.
Yeah, you're on the boat, dummy.
Yeah, he told me he wouldn't get back on a boat.
You too.
Back on the boat is crazy. That's how I got here now. I thought I came from the stork.
No, I really enjoy. Hey, listen, you guys bring a lot of clarity here, man, to the show. It's some comedy here. So, I knew these two right here was going to be funny on this show. So I greatly appreciate you guys. And it was the last minute. This is why I love these guys, man. So I'm like, boy, like, yeah, you know what? I can't do it if it's next week, but I can do it after that. So what about before you say, yeah, sign me up. So I appreciate it, man, just taking this last little minute, bro, to even jump on the show for me. That means a lot to me. And then I know once you got...
We almost didn't make it. I literally clocked out at 6 o'clock.
I was nervous. I didn't think.
Literally.
Honestly, I didn't think Rambo was gonna come.
Wait, why did you think I was gonna come? That's
because
crazy.
you weren't commenting in the chat really. Booyah kept putting the eyes in that, but obviously he didn't read it with those eyes because he definitely didn't get the memo.
Yeah, my IG messages are a scary place, Ricky. I try to avoid Instagram.
Y'all know who I am.
But, no, I really want to say.
Do what I want.
I want to say thank you. I know you guys are jokesters, but it was good to see a bit more of a vulnerable side to you guys and opening up about some things. It's a big thing I've learned from men to do. So we thank you a lot for that.
And actually, I see you in the comments. Bro, if you ever want to get on the show, man, we'd love to have you, man.
Yeah, I was talking about that before to him, yeah. Men empowerment, man, we need this. And I learned a lot from Rambo today and Booyah. Like, what that man been through, man, is like that right now, we do it, men are vulnerable. We hurt, we cry, we go through things, you know what I'm saying? You walk around with this coat on like it's okay, and you say, I'm good. Now you tell another man that? No, no, you ain't. Come on, man. But you got to be comfortable to be able to talk to someone. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you. And then just the relationship you guys have, I commend you guys on it, man. When you get a friendship level like that's a rare gem. Because I can ask you right now, Booyah and Rambo, I'm going to ask you first. How long you been on this app?
3 years.
3? What about you, Booyah?
3.5.
So have you experienced people that you thought that was cool with, was your friend you don't no longer talk to?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then during that 2 years, you found Rambo, right? So Rambo, let me ask you a question. Can you come to somebody that you feel comfortable, that you can tell everything to and feel comfortable doing it?
You talking about with him or?
No, I'm talking to you. Somebody you can really confide into that you feel comfortable, you can let everything out. If somebody on this app.
For me, that's hard to find on the internet. So I'm very fortunate that I met Booyah and we clicked the way we click. And
so
that's my dog. That's my best friend right there.
So the point I'm making is how many people that you've been through until you found Booyah?
Oh, no.
Y'all don't know this, but I didn't like him when I first met him. So we were actually enemies before we became friends.
Again, let me ask you this. From the time you started, before you met Booyah, how many people that you thought that was cool, you thought that was your friend that you no longer talk to until you met Booyah?
Wait, this is okay. Okay.
Not really too many people, maybe 1 or 2 people. But usually, like when I'm friends with people, like we stay cool. Like
go ahead, Booyah.
Listen. You're asking Rambo a question that he cannot answer. Like he cannot answer that question because Rambo is a very, very rare thing. Okay. This man needs to be protected at all costs. Okay. Rambo has had in the 3 years he's been on this app, he has had no drama. Nobody dislikes Rambo.
Facts.
Nobody has ever beefed with Rambo. Rambo has he does not involve himself in other people's situations. Mm-hmm. Even with me, I'll be like, yo, Rambo, like I got this, that, and the other going on. He's like, yo, bro, look, I'm sorry to hear that. You ain't got nothing to do with me, but I'm gonna hear you out. he doesn't get involved in that kind of stuff. So Rambo answering that question, it's very difficult for him because he doesn't have beef.
No, you don't have to have beef, but somebody does something to him that you don't longer talk to. But here's what I'm saying. People gonna like people. It's people out there when you're doing good, they're not gonna like you.
But I forgive people, and I understand why they don't like me, and I can't be mad at them for not liking me.
I understand you though. I understand you, that type of person. Yeah. But when you start winning, you start doing good, somebody gonna find some way and some reason why they don't like Rambo.
And I love that. That's how I know I'm doing things the right way.
And that's a beautiful thing though. I'm just saying, it's happened. People gonna listen. You got people talk about you when you're down. You got people that talk about you when you're doing good. That's just life, period, right? Like I personally never got into it with no one. I always wolves in sheep clothing, absolutely real. Never forget that. Never forget that, man. People that's close to you, think they're your friends, they pray for you, some, and you got people that will pray on you. That's life in general, right?
P-R-A-Y-P-R-E-Y.
Yeah, that's just how it is. Normal. You know what I mean? Because when you're doing good, people gonna find a reason to hate you. Oh, I don't like him. You know, over there looking like he cool. You know what I'm saying? With the Magna P.I. shirt on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because they don't like your winners. You always smiling. You always happy, bro. Like you always having a good time. You know what I'm saying? You are who you are. And I respect that. You know what I mean? But you're gonna find some inkle little person in there, I don't like him because he got all these this and that and that. No, man, just be happy for the man because he's winning. You know what I mean? But the point I'm making is y'all met each other. So, you know what I mean? You see people that you thought they was cool, you don't know who to talk to, but you meet booyah. So what I'm saying is God will put you in places. You know what I mean? He will put you in places that you have to see things first to realize you met a rare gem like Booyah. Because now you know all the people that messed over you, all this stuff that you can see. And then when you meet this man, you can tell he's a rare gem because he's different. You know different because of the flaws and the things and the mistakes. So that's what I'm trying to say. You meet a rare gem like Booyah, man, that's something that's worth fighting for. A true friend that's loyal. You know what I mean? They've been rocking with you, love you with your flaws, tell you when you're wrong. You know what I mean? That's a rare gem. And that's what I was trying to say. And I commend, I salute you for that. Because a lot of men is not like this. Men, not like this. And I appreciate you guys. And that's motivational for me. And I stand on that, bro. That's what I meant to say. And I
stand on that, boy. I stand on that, boy.
Yeah, no, real talk, man. Real talk, man. Like you could talk to a male without being questioned or judged or frowned upon or looked at different. Like y'all are really brothers, you know what I'm saying? From a different color. You know what I'm saying?
This man, he got my location.
He got my dread. He got my whole dreadlock right behind him, right there.
I remember that.
Yep.
I remember that dreadlock.
He's got my dreadlock. Like,
you see that, bro?
The friendship is real.
Hey, do you want me to chop a piece of my hair off?
That's so weird.
I'm gonna listen. Country. Our friendship needs to step up now. You need to take a piece of my hair and put it in a frame.
Nah, I'm straight.
Y'all, right, your friends would never. You ain't got friends like this.
That dress looks not right. Like
I ain't got no hair. I ain't got no hair.
Yes, you do. Next time I'm there, I'm just gonna take some from the barber from Dad's shop.
Wow,
and be like,
not from the barber.
Well, I know that's his pastor.
Here, hold on. Let me go cut a piece off. Hey, look, that's a new trend now. We couldn't have. Listen, I'm just a token of my friendship. Here is some of my hair.
Freshly washed in that, and then I'll just cut a little bit off.
That's called friendship follicles.
Bit, not the good bit. I'm not cutting my hair.
Hey, look, listen, there's a difference though between men and women.
That's a full dread.
Listen, let me tell you the difference between men. Women gonna give their dead ends because they always cut their dead ends off. Look, you think you're doing something?
No. There's a whole story behind this dreadlock.
Going from up here.
I know. Was it a bet? Was it a bet or something?
No, Rambo, go ahead. Go ahead, Rambo. What
happened?